I actually found out about this guy from 2 other people at another booth. And he said, you know, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'll be honest, I need to send you to these guys because number one, they're close to you. They're in Thomasville, Georgia. The other thing is, he said, I'm using them on a regular basis.
Hey guys, hope y'all are still enjoying our content from ICAST 2024. Lots more to come. Keep the notifications on, like and subscribe.
All right, guys, we are here at Dirty Jigs. All right, so I'm familiar with the show Dirty Jobs, you know, and that's how a guy got real famous calling something that. And they said you got to meet the guy Brooks Woodward. So, and they said you own the company.
That's right.
Started the company, own the company.
Yep, sure did.
Let's hear about that just a little bit.
Yeah,
then.
so I actually I took over this business in 2012.
Okay.
And I was born and raised in Thomasville. I went to local high school there, went to Florida State for school, started a bass fishing team there, and followed my passion for bass fishing.
Yeah.
And actually found this company on the internet for sale.
Yeah.
It was just me for the
Was
first
it called
few years.
Dirty Jigs?
It was. So we actually own 2 brands,
Okay.
Nichols Lures and Dirty Jigs.
Okay.
And we've added them both at different times, but really our priority, so I was 19 when I started doing this.
Man, wow, 19 years old.
19.
Like kind of fresh out. I mean, 19 is still fresh,
yeah,
man.
I had been going to Florida State a couple years and realized that I wanted to be in the outdoors industry.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 12 years removed from that, you know, I've been doing it for 12 years.
Yeah.
And if I had a mission statement, I think, you know, what you're talking so much about, you know, about what's local, you know, really when I look at our mission and our business statement, we kind of just so happen to make fishing lures.
Okay.
It's really what we do, but our, you know, the reason that we exist is to impact folks in our community in Thomasville.
Yeah.
We've got
it's so great. I didn't tell him to say that, but that is exactly, we say that on almost every single video we promote.
What I tell our employees is, you know, we exist to, you know, again, we make fishing lures, but we do that to pay bills. I want to pay my bills, and I want as many other people in Thomasville to pay bills as possible.
No, I get it.
So we source domestically as much as possible, whether that be in Isle, Minnesota, or Springfield,
and you know what? It's
Illinois.
getting harder to do that.
It is.
That's the crazy thing about America right now is
it's difficult, but it's worth it.
It is worth it.
And I've recognized that as we continue to be who we are, you know, one thing a competitive edge that we've got. Not only are we in control of quality, but, you know, from a marketing standpoint, we've got this story to tell.
Yeah.
You know, I can, unlike so many competitors, I can walk into our back room, I can introduce, you know, the folks that are actually making these products.
Right. We might want to visit you one
I'd
day.
love to have you guys.
And have another whole video, bring the team down and check out the plan. Is that something?
We're very proud of our facility.
That's awesome.
And we would love to have you guys.
That's awesome.
But for us, that's why we exist.
Tell us a little bit more about the product now, if you would, because what we want to do is we don't carry y'all in the store right now.
Right.
We want to. We want to become a dealer, you know, and all those different things. So you can deal with Colin on that later. And
yes. So our Dirty Jigs brand is really positioned as, you know, we manufacture and sell high-end American-made skirted jigs and terminal tackle.
Okay.
So especially around Blakely, some items that are going to be super important. We've got swim jigs. In particular, there's a no-jack swim jig with a heavy-duty hook really made for the lakes in our southeastern region for heavy
Lake
vegetation.
Seminole, Lake Eufaula,
Absolutely.
all of those.
That's really what it's made for. But, you know, we do that by introducing some really detailed paint jobs. We paint everything in-house as well.
Okay. All right.
We've got about 5 folks on our paint team.
Wow.
And they're putting pretty detailed paint schemes on all these jigs, and then we use some pretty high definition skirts that are all custom colors, and we put all that stuff together. You know, quality is kind of our thing.
Well, show us, because there's going to be a lot of people that probably are already using your product. Is this a new thing here?
Yeah, we do have a couple new items that we're releasing at ICAST.
Okay.
First, we've got, this is the J.C. Kinney Grass Wizard.
Okay.
So especially when you talk about a place like Eufaula or Seminole, it's really built, it's called the Grass Wizard. So especially on reeds or vegetation, anything like that, it's a jig that you want to throw. It's a flipping jig. It comes in a 1/2 ounce and a 3/4. In about 8 different colors. So one of the things that makes us special are these multi-tone paint schemes.
Right.
So really pretty automotive paint finishes on those.
Oh, that is. You said that's hand painted?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep, sure is.
Talk about handmade. I mean, that's incredible here. I'm gonna just hold that up to the camera for a minute. I know he's gonna be getting those later, but he might can hone in on that.
Absolutely. And what your customers are going to want to do these things is throw on a soft plastic craw trailer, throw them into reeds, hit bottom, yo-yo that sucker in and out.
Lily pads too?
Lily pads too. I especially like like you follow shore grass, that kind of stuff, it's perfect for that stuff.
Okay.
Anytime you've got that emergent shore grass.
It's a shallow thing.
Yeah, it's really great for
what time of year?
You know, really as soon as they come off a spawn, and leading into the spawn, so kind of pre and post spawn.
Okay.
That's when they're going to be coming into that grass and out of that grass, and that's where you want to kind of catch it.
You're dropping that.
It really imitates a bluegill most often.
Okay.
So it's sometimes in late summer when their bluegill are spawning.
Yeah.
There's also another bite, but especially pre and post spawn. So you follow a Seminole area that's going to be as early as February, March, and as late as kind of May.
Yeah. Okay.
Our other brand new product for Dirty Jigs, we're really excited about. You guys are probably familiar. Anglers are familiar with forward-facing sonar these days.
That's I'm not kidding you. I mean, every video it seems like we're talking about forward-facing sonar.
Well, especially a lake like Eufaula. I mean, Eufaula is a lake that is made for forward-facing sonar with the brush.
I got to get one. I got it.
Oh, you got to.
I got to get one.
And it really is fun, but really, a lake like that's built around structure piles and brush piles.
Yeah.
When those fish pull offshore in the post spawn, they're hanging around that brush. Certainly, we fished for those fish for years. You don't have to have a big, expensive unit to do it.
I know. Yeah.
But this is a bait that we've been making for a long time out of lead. It's called a guppy head.
Okay.
So a popular technique with forward facing is this minnow rig.
Okay.
Essentially a jig head with a minnow soft plastic on it. And so this is a tungsten version.
Okay.
Of course, the tungsten version, we wanted to make one out of tungsten because tungsten is a denser material.
Okay.
So on that forward facing sonar unit, a denser metal is going to give you a stronger return on your sonar.
More than lead.
So it's easier for you to see your bait in the water column on that unit.
Okay.
It just gives you a stronger return.
Now, do you fish as well?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't know if you were, because with me, own the store and I fish some.
Yeah.
But I have to ask questions, and the
course,
guys.
that's what we're here for.
I'm sure the comments they're going to just be brutal.
That's definitely what we're here for. Yeah.
But here's the thing: what I want to say right now, live, I don't always know what I'm talking about, so it's no big deal.
Me neither. And I'll be honest, I hope it's always the case that our customers are better fishermen than me.
I know. And
my job is to make really good tackle.
That's right.
And get it in the hands of the people that really know how to catch them. Well, that's our new stuff.
Well, I tell you what, we want to have this in our shop, as soon as we can get it there, and then start testing it out. Sometime at some point, get down to the factory, the company, the store, the shop, whatever you call it. We call our place just the shop.
Absolutely, we do too.
And so we'd love to do that. It was great.
We'd love to host you guys in Thomasville.
Great meeting you, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to meet some local fellas.
At Dirty Jigs, that's a wrap.